Let fx, a function, is given by 3x squared minus x minus 2. First question, is -1 0 a point of the graph of f? Okay, now this is x, this is corresponding y, which is same as fx. So we're gonna plug in x equals -1 and fx equals 0 into this function. If we get left hand side equal to right hand side, then we would say yes, otherwise no. Okay, so fx is 0, so is 0 equal to right hand side, so that's -1. So 3 times -1 is squared minus x minus -1 minus 2. Let's try. We are checking if 0 equals this number. -1 is square is +1, so 3 times 1 is 3, minus minus plus 1 minus 2, 3 plus 1 is 4 minus 2 is 2. 0, is this equal to 2? No. So this is not a point of the graph. Okay, not a point of the graph. Okay, let's move on to the second question. Find all x values such that x2 is on the graph of f. So this is the x value, this is corresponding y value, or y means fx, same thing. So we plug in x and x value, which is x, and corresponding fx equals 2 into this original equation and find the x. Okay, so fx is given 2 equals 3 times x is just x, so we just keep writing what we have, 3x squared minus x minus 2. Let's solve this equation for x. So quadratic equation, so we'll have x squared means 2 values of x, so we have to make one side 0, so subtract 2. Okay, and we get 0 equals 3x squared minus x minus 2 minus 2 minus 4. So this equals 0. So let me write this in the left side and equals 0 in the right hand side. And let's factor this. So to solve this quadratic equation, we factor. If it does not factor, then we need to use quadratic formula. Looks like it factors. So okay, 3x squared, that's 3x times x, and 4, this is 1 times 4 or 4 times 1 or 2 times 2. We have to get -1 in the middle. Okay, so let me try 4 and 1, and to get negative, so I'm going to put negative here and positive here. Now we need to check by foiling. Okay, no problem with the first and last term, because -4 times 1 is -4, 3x x squared. So 3x times +1, that's positive 3x, -4 times x, -4x, and when we combine we get -x. That's the case. So our factoring is good. Okay, so once we factor, then we have either this factor equals 0 or this factor equals 0. 3x minus 4 equals 0, or x plus 1 equals 0. Solve for x. In this case, x plus 1 is 0. Subtract 1 from both sides, we get x equals -1. Or you can just write x equals -1. -1 plus 1, 0. Add 4 both sides, so 3x equals 4, and divide by 3, so x equals 4/3. So these are the x values we are looking for. So the answer 4/3 and -1. Okay, let's move to the next question. In part C, find all x-intercepts of the graph of f. Okay, let me write the graph of f here. Fx is given 3x squared minus x minus 2, because when it go down I don't see that question anymore. Okay, this is the function. It asks to find all x-intercepts. So all we have to do is plug in y equals 0. Y means corresponding fx. So just plug in fx0 and solve for x, because we are trying to find the x-intercept. So set y equals 0, y means fx equals 0 here, and solve for x. Okay, so we have 0 equals 3x squared minus x minus 2. Again we get a quadratic equation we need to solve. So equals 0, I want to write the right side. Let's factor 3x squared, 3x and 2 again. So 2 times 1 2 and 2x 1, sorry, 3x 1 3x 2x, so we have to get negative, so negative goes here, plus here. If we multiply, we'll get this back, because 3x squared, 2 times negative 1 negative 2, 3x times negative 1 negative 3x, and plus 2x, they make negative x. Okay, this is good. And from here we have a product of two things equals 0 using the zero factor property. Either this factor equals 0 or this factor equals 0. From the second factor, clearly x equals 1. From the first factor, x equals plus 2, subtract 2 from both sides and divide by 3, so negative 2/3. So the x-intercepts are negative 2/3 and 1. Okay, and finally the last, find all y-intercepts. So to find the y-intercepts, we plug in x equals 0. So we get 3 times 0 square, 0 minus 0 minus 2. So replace x by 0. So 0 minus 0 minus 2 is just negative 2. So that's the y-intercept. Final.